There's a game in particular that actually made me cry. Like, wait, did I say one game? All the games literally made me shed tears. I am still amazed at the fact that I didn't pass out watching that movie. Hey folks, so back again with another video, a spicy one at that. My name is Alexis, this is her diary, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time being here, please don't forget to click on the subscribe button down below and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to always hit the comment section if you have anything you want to contribute, or if there's any aspect of the video that you don't agree with or you agree with. Let us know in the comment section. So today's video, we're not going to be talking about the usuals. Today we're going to be doing a review of the blockbuster South Korean series on Netflix. I'm talking about no other than Squid Game. Guys, Squid Game came with a lot. I mean, the expectations was, people were not expecting what they saw in the movie, but then they saw it, and the movie actually swept everybody off their feet. I don't know, but I think it did for me, and I'm like, I've never seen anything like this, and I'm going to share with you guys what I like about the movie and how the movie, the moral lessons I actually learned from the movie and the things I feel like were not necessary in the movie. So guys, let's get straight into this video. So guys, like I said earlier, Squid Game is a South Korean cinema series available on Netflix, and it's a 9-long episode movie. This movie is just about some group of people who do not know what to do with their money, and then they decide to gamble the lives of other people. These people in question are people who are in debt. I mean, they are impoverished by their numerous debts they've accumulated in their lifetime. And so these guys who have money that they don't know what to do with this money just thought to themselves, what do we do? We are going to help these people get out of their debts, but then they have to play a game. But there's something they didn't tell us, that this game is going to be a game of life and death. For all of you to get on your feet back, for all of you to pay back your debts and loans and everything, you guys have to come together and play a game. And it's not like you're going to play this game, if you don't win you go home, or maybe if you get to a point they give you some certain amount of money. No, if you lose you lose, if you win you win. If you lose you get nothing, if you win you get everything. And the way they accumulate the money, by the time you die, your money is accumulated to the grand prize, and the grand prize increases. So that's how it will keep increasing until they are left with just one person that will go home with the ultimate prize. So that's it. It's like these guys are going to fight for their lives in order to get the prize. So that's it about the movie. So everyone's life is actually on the line. When I mean everybody's life is actually on the line, you're either fighting to survive. In fact, you're fighting to survive and at the same time go home with the money. So you're fighting for two things: survival and the money. You have to do one to get one. You have to survive to go home with the money. If you don't survive, you're definitely not going home with anything. The story actually has a great human connection to it, and that's one of the things I love about the movie. It connects you to the humanity, the things that happens in our daily lives. Aside from the fact that the games are actually games that children play on a daily basis, you're very familiar with those games. But then the twist in the movie is the fact that those games are not just games you just play for fun. They are games you play for survival at this point. And also it brings us, like I said, human nature was encapsulated in the movie. Nature of cheating, greed, lack of no contentment, insatiable desires of men, deceitful nature of man, and all the negative things that humans do. And there's also the positive aspect where we have conscience, people who look out for others, people who love others unconditionally, and then we have people who, in as much as they are in a game, they also value life more than money. So that's it about what the movie is all about. So let me share with you guys the things I love about the movie. I think I might have said one or two things about them in the beginning of this video, but let me say it officially, the things I love about Squid Game. So first things first, the first thing I love about Squid Game is the fact that the movie brought out the negative effect of gambling, you know, on it brought out the negative effect of gambling, like to the youth. We need to be very careful how we gamble, because you might end up gambling your life, you don't know. People are actually very greedy. You don't have the little someone have, you want to take it. It's so crazy. People are not really contented with what they have. You have a little, you still want more from someone who has little as well. So it's like the greed there is just too much. And then gambling in recent time is becoming, it's so alarming. People gamble to the extent that there's no form of discipline, no control. They gamble their destiny, they gamble their life, they gamble their family, and it's really something to address. So I feel like the movie is an eye-opener to gamblers. If you're a gambler, you need to be very careful. You need to know how you do these things so you don't get into trouble and you don't do it at the expense of your life, because most of them they got into those debts as a result of gamble, as a result of borrowing and all of that. So if you're borrowing as well, you know how to borrow what you can pay back. Don't go and don't go and over borrow to the extent that you have to, pay with your life. So that's just it about the thing. That's one of the things I love about the movie. Another thing I love about the movie is the fact that the mind controls our actions. So every single game is a game that you have to really think, in as much as it's children game, but it's a game that deals with our emotions and our minds. Like you have to make conscious effort to be very, very, like you have to think really deep to understand the game, because all the games are centered around humans and human behaviors, the things that happens around we as human beings. So whatever you do, you have to be very conscious of it, and it's a game of the mind. You have to think really deep. So the game works with the mind, and I love the whole process. All the games were, unpredictable, and that's one thing I love about the movie. Something else I love about the movie is the fact that the movie was entertaining to the core and thought-provoking. Yeah, very provoking and entertaining as well. So it's a twist, a blend of, it's a mixed feeling. You're like, you love the settings and everything. You love the actions and all that is taking place. At the same time, you are anxious. At the same time, the suspense, the tensions, the thrills and everything is just overwhelming. You cannot guess the next thing. They're not born you way. The tension is top notch. The last thing I'm going to say about the movie is the fact that they are still humans. Yes, you know how Nigerians will say now, people wey well for this country no pass 3. So they still get 3 people wey well for this country. So it's like they are still people who have human feelings, people who place life of others more important than money or any other material thing. So I feel like there are still people who are humans, who have human conscience. The player 456 who actually won, I feel like I was talking to my brother, I'm like, this guy, for me, he won because he not just luck, not because he was lucky or luck shine for him or something. There's still some agenda to his winning. Like, he won because of his personality. For me, he still had conscience in the midst of the whole game. In as much as the game is a game of survival, you have to kill someone to get to the next point. If you don't kill someone, somebody is going to kill you. There has to be, you have to struggle for survival. But this guy still felt the need that life is still more important than whatsoever it is. Remember, okay, if you haven't seen the movie, let me tell you why I felt so. Why I feel so. At the last scene, the last episode, episode 9, where episode 9 or 8, I don't know. I'll get it across. When he was supposed to leave, or when he was at the verge of, killing his brother and getting the money, because he has already won the game. He defeated I call that guy his brother, I don't know, because they knew each other from the neighborhood. So I just feel like that's his brother, even though they are not biological brothers, but I call him his brother. Even when was supposed to like just end this guy and just go away with the money. The human being in him was like, no, we can go because the game, one of the rules of the game is that if all of you agree not to play again, there's a free exit for everyone. You can go, nobody's going to die, just go. If majority agrees to stop the game will stop. So he was like, let's stop this game, give me your hands, let's go home, forget about the money, let's just leave. Instead of any of us to die, let's go. That part really got me. I'm like, wow. So human beings still did this movie, like, because I felt like everyone in that movie were already animals. Like, they kill each other like nothing just because of the prize. And then that's when I knew that this guy, maybe he didn't win actually because he was lucky. He won because he still had a human side of him, a side that still value life more than anything else. I think that was a yes for me in that movie, and that was one of the reasons why I love the movie. Yeah. There's something I actually do not like about the movie. Now, there's this character, player 244, if I'm not mistaken, who is a Christian in that movie. And then there's this particular, there's a way he actually does his Christian thing that irritates me a lot. I'm sorry to say that, but it's actually very irritating. And I feel like the movie is an agenda to, Christians are not like that. The satire displayed about Christians or Christianity in that area was very annoying. A Christian character who behaves irritating, even you as a Christian, by the time you see that movie and you see the way he acts, you feel irritated about the whole thing. I'm like, what's this? Is it that the Christians are not smart? Is it that Christians don't have fashion sense? Is it that Christians are not educated? Is it that Christians are not, they don't know when to do certain things and what time to do certain things? I'm like, what is this? So that part for me, it's a no. Why do they have to do that? Why do they have to single out the Christian, that guy who is supposed to be a Christian, and act that way? It makes the whole thing not balanced. And for me, it's a no for me in that movie. That part wasn't actually necessary. I don't know the heart of the director of the movie or the script writer, but I feel like that part wasn't necessary at all. And that really got me. I'm like, no, this is not how Christians behave. There are Christians who are very smart, there are Christians who are well educated, there are Christians who have good fashion sense, there are Christians who know exactly what to do at what point in time. So guys, for me, I feel like that's the only thing I really don't like about the movie. Aside that, the bloodshed and the fact that people have to die playing the game, which I feel like that was part of the whole, that's like the whole twist in the movie and more like the spice in that movie. Even though I cried throughout the movie, but I feel like that was a spice. That was something you weren't expecting. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you haven't seen Squid Game, this is me telling you that you should go and see the movie and tell me what you think about it. And if you know you've seen the movie, please let me know in the comment section what you think. Maybe there are other aspects I didn't touch there. You have a lot to say. There's a whole lot to talk about the movie, so you can let us know in the comment section. But for me, these are the things that I could pick out from the movie. Yeah, the things I love about the movie and the things I do not like about the movie. So it's like why you shouldn't see Squid Game and why you should see Squid Game. This is me saying